discuss from American First Action, Kelly Sadler, and Democratic strategist Kevin Walling. Let me start with you, Kelly, because I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it's a pretty tough plan. I mean, he really is sort of just making us a country, a wide open country, saying, come on in.
Yeah, basically decriminalizing, illegal border crossing. I mean, a nation is defined by its borders, and Bernie Sanders doesn't want our nation to have any borders. But listen, coming from the president's PAC, supporting his re-election effort, I would encourage Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, Mayor Pete, Kamala Harris to embrace and endorse this Bernie Sanders plan. Please get behind it. Please give it your backing, because it is a guaranteed loser at the voter
Kevin,
box.
I think maybe Sanders looked at Elizabeth Warren's Medicare for All and said, hold my beer. Let me get in the mix, too.
Yeah, Charles, I've been on your show so many times. I'm a fairly pragmatic guy when it comes to politics and as a Democrat. I reject the extremes that are put forward by Senator Sanders in this plan, but I also reject the extremes that have been put forward by this president. Last week marked the 5,400th child that has been separated from their parents, many of whom will never be reunited with their parents again when they crossed this border. So the harmful policies put forward by this president are not a solution, and I think there's a lot to reject with what Bernie Sanders has put forward in his plan.
But if you take Kevin Warren and Sanders combined, I mean, they're about 40% right now, and certainly a plurality. I mean, there's something there's some weight there. I mean, it seems like the Democratic platform, no matter who wins, will have to incorporate a lot of these things that you're acknowledging are outlandish.
Yeah, it all depends, I think, Charles, on who the nominee is. I'm a Joe Biden guy. I think, we're kind of more middle of the road, I think, on our policies. But listen, the president has actually kind of failed us when it comes to immigration, I'd say, in this country. Over 1 million people have come across our border just this past year. That's a 90% increase from last year of just over 500,000. So the problems with immigration are laid at the feet of this president. His rhetoric isn't working. His stealing of funds from the military to build this wall that now can be cut through with chainsaws isn't working either.
Let me bring in Kelly, because, Kelly, it is interesting that the same folks who said there was no risk of an onslaught and didn't prepare us for an onslaught are now blaming President Trump for not being prepared for the onslaught.
Well, listen, the president has tried to fix this broken immigration system, and he's trying to do it through executive order because Congress just will not act on this issue. They won't do anything. They won't pass USMCA. They won't fix our border crisis. The president went to Mexico, struck a deal with them. We've seen the border crossing numbers drop, but it's still a huge problem. He's proposed, a merit-based immigration system, much like what Canada and New Zealand have. Japan has that as well, to bring in kind of the best and brightest that can contribute to our society, which has been just rejected by the Democrats without even any contemplation or negotiation.
I want to quickly bring up one more plan with you guys, and this is from Kamala Harris. She wants to lengthen the school day by 3 hours with the out time and going from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. This will align parents with their schedules, a lot of working parents, a lot of single parents. Kelly, I'm not sure how you view this. I mean, I do know that this is an issue for a lot of young families and a lot of single parents.
Well, it's an interesting idea. I mean, I have 3 young boys and I'm a full-time working mom. But at the same time, I believe that, my kids don't need another 3 hours in the classroom. I'm not sure how the teachers would take such a proposal. And I think it's important for kids to come home after school, decompress, go outside with their neighborhood friends, go out, kick a ball, and kind of learn some street skills as well as some, school skills.
Yeah, I mean, to Kelly's point, I think it does have some merit. I think it's starting a conversation in this country that's important. I was the child of 2 working parents, so I spent a lot of time either in after-school programs or really home by myself with playground kids and stuff like that. But, whatever we do in this country, the kids have to be safe. And again, it's a question, I think, that's worthy of conversation in this country.
Well, we did see some action, with the child tax credits and things like that. So we're moving in that direction. Kevin, Kelly, thank you both very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Charles, good to see you. Thank you.